Okay, I'm gonna film today again because I did a get ready with me, and then I think I'm gonna scrap that get ready with me because I didn't talk at all in that video. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just trash it. But right now we're gonna do, I don't know, I just want to take you guys on this journey with me, because we have to take like this training for bystander intervention training, I guess. And I should have recorded this earlier. Yeah, I'm like halfway-ish on it. There's like 6 steps, I guess, 6 subjects. And I'm on the 3rd one currently, on consent and sexual violence / domestic violence. I think that's what it is. So I don't know how far I'm in this subject, but I'm not gonna screen record it or anything either. Y'all are just gonna hear it.
Domestic violence is a pattern of abusive behavior in any relationship that is used by one partner to gain or maintain power and control over another intimate partner. We immediately think about domestic violence as being physical, but it's not limited to that. Domestic violence can be sexual, emotional, economic, or psychological actions or threats of actions that influence another person. This includes any behaviors that intimidate, manipulate, humiliate, isolate, frighten, terrorize, coerce, threaten, blame, hurt, injure, or wound someone.
I think this is the last, we're on domestic violence, so this is the last part in the section, I'm pretty sure. Okay, the situation. Your friend comes to you with a concern. They tell you about how their friend's partner begged them to have even though they told them no. They eventually said yes to oral in order to get them to stop begging. They are wondering whether their friend was coerced into doing it. Option 1. No, they weren't coerced because they said no to intercourse but agreed to have oral. Whoever chooses that answer, get off the channel. It might have been coercive if their boyfriend's word contained the threat of violence. Yes, it was coercive because they agreed only after he begged and not because they actually wanted to. So if you choose any of the other 2 besides the one, I will stay away from you. That's right, their friend performing a sexual act in order to stop from begging indicates that they were not a willing participant. The situation was very likely coercive. The University of Massachusetts Boston is committed to providing a safe and welcoming environment, free of intimidation, harassment, and sexual misconduct, which includes relationship violence, stalking, and sexual harassment. Such conduct is prohibited by federal law, Title IX, and by university policy. The Office of Civil Rights and Title IX is committed to working with all university community members to proactively address concerns of sexual and gender-based harassment through prompt addressing of concerns, complaints, remedial actions, and prevention efforts. How their relationships look different for everyone, but they do have some things in common. They're respectful and mutually beneficial, and each person involved wants to be a part of a relationship. When one person has power or control over the other person, it is no longer healthy and can materialize as sexual violence. It is up to each of us to combat culture by believing and supporting survivors of sexual violence, as well as not condoning sexual violence and any non-consensual interaction. We each have a responsibility to speak out to our friends, classmates, and anyone else who could be causing harm to our campus community. Sorry, these are low-key really boring. I mean, for someone that like has common sense, it's really just like annoying, but obviously abuse other people or some substances or whatever. That's why they have these for a reason, is because people abuse all of that. But it is really important. And if any of you choose wrong answers, there are wrong answers. So
can sometimes feel like there are specific expectations and social gatherings based around alcohol.
Alcohol can be the basis of games, seen as an important part of dating life. And it's even something that plays into how highly someone is regarded by their friends.
Within alcohol and other drugs, we'll discuss the impacts of alcohol and drugs, the way they play out in social settings, and how to set boundaries for ourselves around our own substance usage. By the end, you'll learn tactics to take care of yourself, as well as skills to intervene in harmful situations impacting others.
These are like just stats of like alcohol and other drugs, the data. 3 of the most abused substances on campuses: Adderall, prescription opiates, and alcohol. Full-time college students are twice as likely as their non-college peers to abuse Adderall. Damn. Routes of Adderall administration: oral ingestion 51%, smoking 32%, injection 5.5%, and other is 11.5%. What? Abusing alcohol may hinder your ability to succeed in college. 31% of college students meet the criteria for clinical diagnosis of alcohol abuse. Oh my god, there's a stupid flaw in here. 25% of college students face academic consequences as a result of alcohol abuse. I can see that. 11% of college students damage private property while intoxicated. I can see that as well.
Binge drinking is defined as at least 4 drinks for women and 5 drinks for men in a 2-hour period. And heavy alcohol use is considered binge drinking at least 5 times a month.
Everyone has different reasons for drinking or using drugs. Regular use or abuse of alcohol and/or drugs is often explained away by what seems to be completely understandable reasons. Think about how ordinary these explanations sound.
I'm under so much stress, I just need to find a way to relax. Literally everyone else at the game was drinking, how could I not? Drinking makes it so much easier to talk to people. Being shy sucks. Damn! Woo! 1 standard drink. Hope you're paying attention. Which of the following equals 1 standard drink? A 12-ounce glass of beer is 1 standard drink, but drink of what? Like, they're all alcohol. It's a glass of wine, 8-ounce glass of wine, 12-ounce glass of beer, 2.5-ounce shot of liquor. They're all alcohol. Am I just slow? A 12-ounce glass of beer is 1 standard drink. Keep in mind that if filled to the top, a red party cup can hold around 20 ounces of alcohol. God damn.
What should you do in this situation? I think her friends try to be supportive by planning other weekend activities. I thought that was a good idea.
Damn, they set that girl up for
But obviously
failure.
It wasn't enough, and I think she knows it. Sometimes we really have to do a little extra for our friends. It's not enough to just see that something's up, and it's great that she tried to change the kind of things they did on the weekend, but knowing that she was creating some distance and day drinking alone, those aren't great signs. If it were me, I think I might try to talk to my friend directly about her drinking.
This is our writing portion. Impacts of alcohol consumption. Take a moment to think about your alcohol consumption patterns. How often and how much do you drink? In what ways does drinking alcohol affect other aspects of your daily life? Have you ever experienced negative consequences, e.g., not achieving your academic goals as a result of alcohol use? Okay, no. Now that you've reflected on your own alcohol consumption and its impacts on your daily life and academics, do you feel there are any changes you should make in relation to your own alcohol consumption? No, because I don't drink alcohol. And I especially don't drink alcohol during like school. Oh my god. Another writing one? I hate the writing ones. Bystander intervention and drug use. Imagine that your closest friend has been a long-time marijuana smoker. They smoke every... Sorry, this is not funny. But, oh my god, okay. They smoke every day after class, but it has never seemed to impact their life or performance in school. One day they mention to you that they have started taking prescription medication that their new partner gave them. You are aware of the potential issues with addiction that can result from the pills that they are taking, but you're not sure if you should say something or if you should just wait to see if taking the pills becomes an issue. Reflect on the following questions to help you make your decision. I wouldn't do pros and cons. I would all think of cons. Because I'm a negative Nancy, so... You know, I just talk to her anyways. If it's a closest friend too, I just feel like you shouldn't be scared to talk about that to your closest friend. And if they get mad at you, I think that's where you should start distancing yourself from that person if it becomes a regular thing, and then they start to get mad at you for talking to them about it, saying that they don't have a problem when they do. The situation. Your friend has been dancing and drinking for a while with a guy she's had a crush on, but just officially met tonight. She is really drunk and tells you that she's about to go home with him. You don't know him or his friends either. What might be the best way to respond to her? Choice 1. Nice. Have fun and be safe. Call me in the morning and let me know how it went. No. Choice 2. This is probably not a good idea, but if you're comfortable with him, it's up to you. Call me when you get there and let me know you made it okay. No. I don't know, because... Choice 3. Going home with a guy when you're this drunk isn't a good idea. Let's get his number and you can call him tomorrow. This is good advice. He's probably a good guy. If he is really a good guy, he won't mind waiting until another time to be with her. Yeah, I'd probably talk to that guy in person and like... I don't know, I feel like you can feel them out, you know, if they're really like just a guy or not. On the other hand, if he isn't a good guy, her current state of drunkenness puts her at a risk for sexual assault and the transmission of STIs. Oh god, this is... Either way, she's not going to be in a position to legally consent to sexual activity anytime soon. Summary. Drinking can be a big part of college culture. It can sometimes feel like there are specific expectations, group norms, or social gatherings based around alcohol intake. Part of being a proactive bystander includes paying attention to how people justify their behavior so that you can decide when and how to help. Hazing and intimidation. Okay, we're almost done. This is the 5th one, and then after this one is the conclusion. Starting out in college can be daunting, even under the best of circumstances. But when other students go out of their way to make starting out at college even more intimidating, things can begin to escalate much too quickly. In this module, we'll be covering what hazing is and how widespread the problem tends to be. Hazing? I don't know what hazing is. Write about a time when you were afraid to do something because you felt it was not right, but did it anyway for the acceptance or admiration of others. Consider the following questions as you write about your experience. Why did you take this action? Describe the tension between the risk and rewards. Were there any negative consequences as a result of your action? If not, could there have been negative consequences? Were those negative consequences worth the acceptance or admiration of others? Or do you regret the decision you made? Well, I don't think I can think of one. But did it anyway for the acceptance or admiration of others? Maybe when I was younger, but like, that's probably just like, you know, doing a cartwheel or something in front of them or like doing the splits. Like, it's not that serious. I don't think Cause I don't go to parties. I don't get invited to parties either. Even if I did, I don't think, like, I wouldn't, I, like, don't get out of my house.
Hazing is any activity that is expected of someone who is joining or participating in some kind of group that humiliates, degrades, abuses, or endangers them.
Oh yeah, no.
Whether or not someone willingly participates doesn't change that it is hazing. Because hazing is a show of power and control, people can't actually consent to being hazed.
I didn't even know what
We're gonna
hazing
talk about
meant,
how and why
so...
hazing and bullying appear, the implications, and how we can stop it from
But my
becoming
butt hurts from sitting in this chair. How big of an issue is hazing in college? 40% of students have been hazed before entering college. 3 of 5 students are subject to hazing while attending college, and 55% of college students report being hazed in a group initiation. God damn. And surprisingly, 9 out of 10 students who have experienced hazing did not consider themselves as being hazed. Whoa. I think I'd be in that group. How big of an issue is intimidation in college? 15% of students report having been bullied while in college. Of those bullied, 22% were cases of cyberbullying. Of those who were cyberbullied, 25% reported being harassed on social media sites. 21% said they were being harassed through SMS texts. 16% said they were being harassed through email. Email is sad, sorry, but... 13% reported being harassed through instant messaging.
Hazing includes physical injury, kidnapping or imprisonment, intentionally putting at risk of emotional harm, degradation, humiliation, compromising moral or religious values, forced consumption of any liquid or solid, or putting at risk, which includes abandonment and impairment of physical liberties, which include curfews or other interference with academic endeavor.
Bro, all of these videos are like no longer than 3 minutes, but these are the longest like 2 minutes of my life.
One night, about 4 weeks before the season started, we were all unwinding after practice. Straight shots that night. The challenge was you had to hold the ball at shoulder height until failure. And yo, some of those dudes had no endurance, like straight Steve Urkel. But the new bloods, If they failed,
Not
they had to
Urkel.
drink 5 ounces straight. Again, nothing apart from what I went through. Hell, even my pops or grandpops went through years ago. But that night, I noticed this one guy, big kid, real muscular. Didn't seem like he could hold his drink though.
Damn.
He started dozing off, then throwing up on himself. I don't know. It didn't seem that bad. We all sort of just left him there. I looked over a bit later
Oh, man.
and he looked all pale with throw up on him. I really didn't see how it was my problem.
Oh my.
We all make our own decisions. Well, the kid ended up going to the hospital. His parents got involved, the coach got involved, and the 5 or 6 of us who were there at the end of the night
Y'all know.
from the team. I didn't even do anything. I wish I had done something.
Bro, man. How do you not get, like, he's sitting there with throw up on his face. If it was a girl, if it was a group of girls and they were all girls, even if it was a dude sitting there and the rest of them were girls, they would have done something. And if it was all girls and let's say the girl was sitting there with throw up on her, all over her, they would have done something. Like, how do you not? Hazing is any activity that is expected of someone who is joining or participating in some kind of group that humiliates, degrades, abuses, or endangers them. Whether or not someone willingly participates doesn't change that it is hazing. A lot of people try to explain away hazing as something else, but the reality is that hazing is just another form of abusive power and control. Power and control have no place in any type of relationship, even friendship, teammates, brotherhood, or sisterhood. Conclusion. I can do something about sexual assault and sexual violence on campus. Strongly agree. Sexual assault on campus is something my classmates and I need to worry about. I would say 4. 1 is strongly disagree, 5 is strongly agree, and then 3 is neutral. Doing something about sexual assault is solely the responsibility of the police or crisis centers. Strongly disagree. You can do a lot with social media. It is my responsibility to intervene if I see a situation that could potentially lead to sexual assault. I'll say 5. I would speak out if someone makes a joke about someone's body in a sexual way. I would have put 5 as well. I would speak out if someone blames a victim for being. I am very comfortable talking to a classmate whom I suspect is in a abusive relationship. I'll put it at 4. I think I put it as 4 at the beginning of because they gave us the questionnaire in the beginning of the thing, and then they're giving it to us now. Okay, it is my responsibility to ask a stranger who looks very upset at a party if they are alright or need help. I'm gonna put it at 3 because, like, responsibility is a strong word. Sorry. A person who is while drunk is at least somewhat responsible for what happened. No. A person who is drunk might someone unintentionally. I agree. If both the victim and the perpetrator are drunk, it can be rape. Strongly disagree. It is necessary to intervene even if I witness behavior I don't think is dangerous, such as catcalling on the street. I put a 4, and I'm still gonna keep it at 4. Because, girl, being catcalled does not feel good. Got it! Tuesday, August 8th. But that is all for today's video. I feel like this is not a good video to put up on the internet, but you know what? This is for awareness. So I will put down everything that you need in the link below. And yeah, hopefully y'all paid attention to this. And every time I'm talking, it's just my opinion on these things. And just because I think this way doesn't mean that you can't think a different way, unless it's like drastically different. Unless you're like, yes, like it's okay to sexually abuse someone. I was like, no, get away from me. What are you doing on this channel? Go away. I don't want you here. I don't want you near me. I don't even want you to, like, I don't want, like, go. I'm gonna vacuum and stuff, and then I have to go. I'm gonna go shopping later for a gift. And yeah, bye.